What if the reason your body holds onto fat has nothing to do with calories or carbs and everything to do with how your insulin works? Most people are taught that fat loss is all about eating less and moving more, but there's a deeper mechanism quietly running the show behind the scenes. Insulin, a hormone designed to move sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells, is also the key switch that determines whether your body burns fat or stores it. When insulin levels are high, your body goes into storage mode. But when insulin is balanced, your metabolism can finally unlock stored fat and use it as energy. Think about it like this: if insulin is constantly elevated because of frequent eating, sugary foods, or stress, your fat stores stay locked up. You might be doing everything right, eating clean, counting calories, exercising, but your body still refuses to burn fat efficiently. That's because the real issue isn't willpower, it's biology. When you start improving your insulin sensitivity, everything changes. Your energy stabilizes, cravings decrease, and your body naturally shifts from storing to burning. This is the point where weight loss feels effortless, not because you're depriving yourself, but because your body is finally working asterisk with asterisk you, not against you. We're going to look at how you can use a powerful insulin-based method to help your body burn fat up to 10 times faster without restrictive diets like keto or long fasting windows. It's not about perfection, it's about restoring balance to your body's most important fat-burning hormone. Comment below. Have you ever wondered why your body doesn't burn fat easily, even when you're eating healthy? Insulin is often talked about in connection with blood sugar, but it's much more than that. It's your body's master switch for energy use and fat storage. Every time you eat, especially foods that contain carbohydrates, your blood sugar levels rise. In response, your pancreas releases insulin to move that glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. On the surface, that sounds like a perfectly balanced system, and when everything is working properly, it is. But the problem begins when insulin is constantly elevated, which is what happens in most modern diets built around frequent meals, snacks, sugary drinks, and refined carbs. When insulin levels are high, your body is in what's called a fed state. In this mode, your body focuses on storing energy rather than burning it. It stores glucose in the liver and muscles as glycogen, and once those stores are full, it converts the excess into fat. Insulin then locks that fat away in your cells, making it unavailable for energy. So even though you may have plenty of stored fat, your body can't access it. This is why you can feel tired and hungry, even when your body has more than enough energy stored. Your cells are simply not able to reach it. Over time, when your body is exposed to high levels of insulin day after day, your cells start becoming resistant to it. This means they stop responding effectively, and your pancreas has to produce even more insulin to get the same job done. This condition is known as insulin resistance. Think of it like shouting at someone who's wearing noise. Canceling headphones, the louder you yell, the less they respond. The more insulin you produce, the less your body listens, and the more your metabolism gets stuck in storage mode. As a result, fat burning slows down dramatically. Instead of switching between using glucose and fat for fuel, your body becomes almost entirely dependent on glucose. This leads to constant hunger, energy crashes, and an inability to lose weight no matter how much you exercise or restrict calories. You might eat breakfast, feel good for a bit, but then crash a few hours later and crave something sweet or starchy. That's the roller coaster effect of unstable insulin and blood sugar. When insulin resistance sets in, the body starts holding onto fat in the midsection, liver, and even around organs. This type of fat, called visceral fat, is particularly dangerous because it increases inflammation and raises the risk for conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. What's worse, This fat actually produces chemicals that make your cells even more resistant to insulin, creating a vicious cycle where insulin resistance leads to more fat storage, and fat storage leads to more insulin resistance. The good news is that insulin sensitivity, the opposite of insulin resistance, can be restored. When your body becomes sensitive to insulin again, it doesn't need to produce as much of it. With lower insulin levels, your body can finally switch from storing to burning. Fat cells open up, releasing stored energy, and your metabolism begins to run more efficiently. This is why improving insulin sensitivity can often lead to effortless fat loss. Your body naturally returns to its fat burning state. The process of restoring insulin balance isn't about eliminating all carbs or doing extreme diets. It's about giving your body the right signals, spacing out meals, focusing on whole foods, reducing sugar intake, managing stress, and getting enough sleep. Each of these steps lowers insulin levels naturally, giving your body a chance to recover its sensitivity. As your insulin stabilizes, your energy levels rise, your appetite becomes more balanced, and fat loss becomes sustainable. Most people think of insulin as something only diabetics need to worry about, but in reality, insulin affects nearly every aspect of your metabolism. It influences how hungry you feel, how energized you are, and whether your body stores or burns fat. Once you understand that insulin is the real metabolic switch, you can start working with your body instead of fighting against it, and that's when lasting change happens. Most people who try to lose weight start with the same traditional advice: eat fewer calories, move more, or follow the latest trendy diet. Maybe it's keto, intermittent fasting, or cutting carbs to almost zero. At first, some of these approaches can work. You might lose a few pounds, feel lighter, even get that initial burst of motivation. But then, something strange happens. Your energy crashes, cravings kick in, and the weight creeps back on. This cycle leaves you frustrated, wondering why nothing seems to work long term. The truth is, most diets fail not because you're doing them wrong, but because they don't address the real root cause of stubborn fat, unbalanced insulin. When insulin levels stay high, your body simply can't burn fat efficiently, no matter how strict your diet is. You could be cutting calories, skipping meals, or avoiding entire food groups, but if your insulin is elevated, your metabolism is locked in storage mode. Think of it like trying to drive with the parking brake on. You can press the gas pedal as hard as you want, but you won't get far. The body needs insulin to drop before it can access fat stores for energy. Without that, even the most disciplined diet becomes a struggle against biology. Calorie restriction, for example, can lead to short-term weight loss, but it often backfires because it doesn't reset insulin sensitivity. When you eat less, your body perceives it as a form of stress. Cortisol, the stress hormone, rises, and cortisol actually triggers insulin release. So while you're eating less food, your body is producing more insulin to hold onto fat as a survival response. This is why people often hit a plateau after a few weeks of dieting. The body adapts by slowing down metabolism and preserving energy. You feel hungrier, your mood dips, and fat loss stalls. Keto and intermittent fasting can also run into problems if they're done without understanding insulin balance. Keto can help lower insulin initially, but many people unknowingly consume too much fat or protein, which can still stimulate insulin release. Others find that when they reintroduce carbs, their insulin spikes again, and the weight returns almost instantly. It's not that keto is bad, it's that the underlying sensitivity to insulin wasn't healed, so the body never truly switched back to flexible fat burning. Fasting is another powerful tool when used correctly, but for those with insulin resistance, long fasts can sometimes trigger stress responses that elevate cortisol and, in turn, insulin. The body reads the prolonged lack of food as a threat and tries to conserve energy instead of burning it. This leads to fatigue, irritability, and eventually binge eating once the fast ends. The real problem isn't the fasting itself, it's that the metabolic foundation wasn't fixed first. Most people also overlook how frequent eating habits keep insulin elevated throughout the day. Even healthy snacks like granola bars, fruit juices, or protein shakes can keep insulin levels up if consumed too often. The pancreas never gets a break, and insulin never fully drops low enough to allow fat burning to begin. This is why you can be eating clean foods and still struggle with weight, because your body is never truly in a fat burning state. When insulin stays unbalanced, the body's natural signals for hunger and fullness also become disrupted. Leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full, stops communicating properly with your brain. As a result, you feel hungry more often, crave sugar, and find it nearly impossible to maintain calorie restriction over time. No diet can overcome a system that's biologically set to store rather than burn. Once insulin balance is restored, everything starts to change. The body no longer fights against you. You feel satisfied with smaller meals because your hunger hormones stabilize. Your energy becomes consistent, and fat starts to melt off without the extreme effort or discipline most diets demand. This is why people who focus on improving insulin sensitivity rather than chasing the next diet tend to see sustainable, long-term results. When you focus on insulin first, the body naturally reprograms its metabolism. It no longer needs crash diets, starvation, or endless willpower. The key isn't about eating less or cutting out entire food groups. It's about teaching your body to burn fat again by lowering insulin and allowing your natural metabolic rhythm to return. Once that happens, you don't have to fight your body anymore. You're finally on the same team. You might be following every health tip you know, eating less, exercising regularly, even cutting out sugar, yet the scale doesn't move. You feel stuck, frustrated, and maybe even a little defeated. The truth is, if insulin is out of balance, your body is quietly working against you. The signs are often subtle at first, but once you know what to look for, it becomes clear that your metabolism isn't broken, it's just blocked. One of the most common warning signs of insulin imbalance is constant cravings, especially for carbs and sweets. You might start the day with good intentions, but by mid-afternoon, your energy dips and you find yourself reaching for a snack, maybe a granola bar, a latte, or something sweet, just to get through the day. That craving isn't about willpower, it's your body signaling that it's stuck in glucose dependency. When insulin is elevated for long periods, your cells lose their ability to efficiently take in and use glucose for energy. This leaves you feeling tired, hungry, and craving quick fuel to bring your blood sugar back up again. It becomes a loop: eat, spike insulin, crash, crave, repeat. Another red flag is frequent energy crashes ***. You might feel alert after eating, but within a couple of hours, your energy drops sharply. This happens because insulin's job is to pull sugar out of the blood, but when it overcompensates, as it often does in insulin resistance, blood sugar can fall too low. You're left feeling shaky, irritable, foggy, or in desperate need of caffeine. Over time, this pattern becomes a daily cycle that makes it nearly impossible to maintain focus, productivity, or consistent energy levels. Then there's stubborn belly fat the kind that doesn't seem to respond to exercise or dieting. Even if the rest of your body seems leaner, the midsection holds on tight. This is one of the clearest physical signs of insulin resistance. When insulin levels stay elevated, fat tends to accumulate around the abdomen, liver, and organs, a type of fat called visceral fat ***. This isn't just about appearance. It's metabolically active fat that releases inflammatory chemicals, further worsening insulin resistance. It's why even small indulgences or stress can quickly show up as bloating or belly gain when your insulin is off balance. Another signal is slow or stalled weight loss despite doing everything right. You might count calories, eat clean, and even exercise daily, yet your body refuses to let go of fat. That's because high insulin acts like a lock on your fat cells. Your body can't burn what it can't access. Instead, it keeps holding onto stored fat while demanding more glucose for quick energy. This creates a feeling of being stuck, where weight loss efforts stop working entirely, even though your discipline hasn't changed. Brain fog is another symptom that's often overlooked. When insulin resistance develops, your brain cells don't get steady access to glucose, leading to trouble focusing, forgetfulness, and mental fatigue. You might find yourself zoning out during the day or needing constant stimulation just to stay alert. This cognitive drain is a direct reflection of unstable blood sugar and insulin swings. You might also notice mood swings, irritability, and anxiety that seem tied to your eating patterns. When blood sugar drops quickly after a spike, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to bring levels back up. This can make you feel on edge or emotional for no obvious reason. Over time, these hormonal ups and downs can create a pattern of emotional instability and stress-eating behaviors that reinforce insulin imbalance even more. Then there's frequent hunger even after eating full meals. If your insulin is too high, your cells can't efficiently absorb nutrients, leaving your body feeling underfed even when you've consumed enough calories. It's as if the energy you're eating isn't reaching your cells. So you eat more, and insulin spikes again, trapping you in another cycle of storage and hunger. Another subtle sign is difficulty sleeping or waking up tired even after a full night's rest. Elevated insulin and blood sugar fluctuations can disrupt your body's natural circadian rhythm and stress response, leading to poor quality sleep. When you don't sleep well, your body produces more cortisol, which further raises insulin and cravings for comfort foods the next day. It becomes a self-perpetuating loop of fatigue and imbalance. If you notice several of these signs, cravings, low energy, stubborn belly fat, slow weight loss, brain fog, mood swings, or constant hunger, it's likely your insulin is working overtime. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward breaking free from them. Once you understand that these struggles aren't about weakness or lack of discipline, but about hormone imbalance, everything shifts. You stop blaming yourself and start focusing on healing the system that drives your metabolism. By calming insulin, you allow your body to finally switch back to its natural fat, burning rhythm where energy is stable, hunger is balanced, and fat loss becomes something that happens naturally, not something you have to fight for. Reprogramming your metabolism isn't about overhauling your entire lifestyle. Overnight, it's about making small, intentional changes that help your body remember how to use energy efficiently again. When you focus on insulin control, you're teaching your body to shift from storing energy as fat to burning it for fuel. The best part is, you don't have to starve yourself, cut out all carbs, or follow extreme diets. You just need to create the right environment for your insulin to stabilize, and your metabolism will naturally start to speed up. One of the simplest and most powerful places to start is meal timing Most people graze all day: breakfast, snacks, lunch, coffee, another snack, dinner, maybe something sweet after. Each time you eat, your body releases insulin. Even small snacks or drinks with calories can keep insulin elevated for hours. To give insulin a chance to drop, you need spaces between your meals. That's when your body can finally switch into fat burning mode. Start by eating **, 3 balanced meals a day **, without constant snacking in between. This small shift alone can significantly lower your average insulin levels throughout the day. For some people, a **12-14 hour overnight fast ** also helps. That doesn't mean skipping meals or pushing yourself into exhaustion. It simply means finishing dinner earlier and waiting until the next morning to eat. Giving your body that gentle window without food allows insulin to reset overnight. Over time, you'll wake up feeling lighter, more energized, and less hungry in the morning. Next, look at ** food pairings ** because what you eat together matters just as much as when you eat. When you eat carbohydrates on their own, especially refined ones like bread, juice, or cereal, your blood sugar spikes quickly. That spike triggers a surge of insulin to bring levels back down, and as insulin rises, fat burning shuts off. But when you combine carbs with ** protein, fiber, and healthy fats **, the absorption slows down. This means smaller insulin spikes, more stable blood sugar, and longer-lasting energy. A simple example is pairing fruit with a handful of nuts or eating whole grains with lean protein and vegetables. These combinations give your body nutrients without overwhelming it with sugar all at once. Another powerful adjustment is focusing on ** whole, unprocessed foods **. Highly processed foods, especially those made with added sugars, refined flour, or artificial ingredients, make insulin surge rapidly. Real food, on the other hand, contains natural fibers, minerals, and healthy fats that help your body process glucose gradually. Think of meals made up of colorful vegetables, quality proteins like eggs, fish, or chicken, whole grains in moderation, and fats from avocado, olive oil, or nuts. Every time you choose real food over processed options, you're lowering your body's insulin burden and helping it restore its natural rhythm. Beyond food, ** movement * plays a huge role in retraining insulin sensitivity. You don't need intense workouts to make a difference. Even gentle, consistent activity helps your muscles use glucose more effectively. Muscles are like sponges for sugar. When they're active, they absorb glucose without needing as much insulin. A short walk after meals, stretching during breaks, or light strength training a few times a week can all dramatically improve insulin function. The goal isn't to exhaust yourself, it's to keep your body metabolically flexible. Sleep and stress management are also critical parts of the puzzle. When you don't get enough sleep, your body produces more cortisol, which in turn raises insulin. The same thing happens when you're under constant stress. Over time, high cortisol and insulin reinforce each other, keeping you stuck in storage mode. Prioritizing 7-8 hours of quality sleep, winding down before bed, and practicing mindfulness or breathing exercises during the day can help calm that hormonal chaos. Hydration is another underrated tool. When you're dehydrated, your body's ability to regulate blood sugar and insulin decreases. Drinking enough water, ideally between meals, helps maintain steady blood flow and keeps metabolism functioning efficiently. These small habits might not seem dramatic, but when combined, they reprogram your metabolism from the inside out. Over time, your insulin becomes more sensitive, meaning your body needs less of it to do its job. As insulin levels drop, your fat cells unlock, releasing stored energy. You begin to feel lighter, more energized, and less dependent on constant snacks or caffeine. Stable insulin is like flipping on your body's natural fat burning switch. It restores balance to your energy, steadiness to your mood, and flexibility to your metabolism. You stop feeling at war with your cravings or your hunger because your body finally knows how to fuel itself properly. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Every meal, every night of good sleep, every short walk adds up to retraining your metabolism to work the way it was designed to. Once insulin is balanced, fat loss becomes the natural side effect, not the endless battle. Improving insulin sensitivity doesn't require a complicated plan or an expensive program. It's about small, science-backed habits that work together to restore balance. The way you start your day, how you move, what you eat, how you manage stress, and even how much water you drink all play a role in how well your body responds to insulin. These daily choices might seem minor on their own, but together they create an environment where your metabolism can finally thrive. One of the most powerful places to begin is breakfast. After a night of fasting, your first meal sets the tone for your blood sugar and insulin response all day. A breakfast high in sugar or refined carbs like cereal, pastries, or fruit juice causes a sharp insulin spike that triggers cravings and energy crashes later. Instead, focus on a protein, rich, balanced breakfast that includes fiber and healthy fats. Eggs with vegetables and avocado, Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or oatmeal topped with nuts and cinnamon are great examples. These combinations slow digestion, keep insulin steady, and reduce mid-morning hunger. When insulin stays stable in the morning, your body remains in fat burning mode longer throughout the day. Movement is another natural insulin regulator. You don't need long, grueling workouts to see results. What matters most is consistency. Physical activity helps your muscles absorb glucose without needing as much insulin. Even short bursts of movement can have a big impact. A 10-minute walk after each meal helps lower post-meal blood sugar spikes and encourages your body to use that glucose immediately for energy instead of storing it as fat. Light resistance training 2 or 3 times a week also boosts muscle mass, which increases your body's ability to burn glucose efficiently even when you're at rest. Hydration often gets overlooked, but it's essential for proper insulin function. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes more concentrated, making it harder for insulin to move glucose into cells. Drinking enough water, about 2-3 liters a day, depending on your body size and activity level, helps your cells stay responsive. Adding a pinch of sea salt or electrolytes to your water can improve absorption and help maintain stable energy. Herbal teas, lemon water, or even cucumber infused water can keep hydration interesting without added sugars. Managing stress is equally important because stress hormones like cortisol directly affect insulin levels. When you're under chronic stress, your body releases more glucose into the bloodstream to prepare for fight or flight. This constant elevation keeps insulin high, even if your diet is healthy. Learning to lower your stress response isn't about eliminating stress, but changing how your body handles it. Deep breathing, mindfulness meditation, gentle yoga, or even a few quiet minutes of slow, intentional breathing during a busy day can lower cortisol and bring insulin back into balance. The calmer your nervous system, the steadier your metabolism. Sleep quality has a surprisingly strong influence on insulin sensitivity. Studies show that just one night of poor sleep can make your cells more resistant to insulin the next day. When you're tired, your body craves quick energy, usually sugar or refined carbs, which creates another insulin spike. Prioritize a consistent sleep schedule, limit screens before bed, and create a relaxing nighttime routine. Even a small improvement in sleep quality can lead to better appetite control, more balanced hormones, and easier fat loss. Meal composition, throughout the day also plays a big role. Build meals around real, whole foods, lean proteins, colorful vegetables, healthy fats, and moderate portions of complex carbohydrates. When you eat this way, digestion slows, insulin releases more gradually, and your body stays satisfied longer. If you crave snacks, choose something that won't spike your blood sugar like nuts, boiled eggs, or plain yogurt. Pairing carbohydrates with fat or protein helps prevent sharp insulin rises, keeping energy smooth and consistent. Adding sunlight and outdoor time can further improve insulin function. Exposure to natural light helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which influences hormone balance, including insulin. A short morning walk or simply spending time outdoors can help align your metabolism with your body's natural rhythm, improving energy and sleep at the same time. Lastly, mindful eating can make a huge difference. Slowing down during meals, chewing thoroughly, and paying attention to your body's signals all support healthy digestion and hormone regulation. Eating too quickly or while distracted causes larger blood sugar fluctuations, while mindful eating keeps your body in a calm, parasympathetic state, the ideal condition for stable insulin. Each of these daily habits, a balanced breakfast, gentle movement, proper hydration, stress control, good sleep, and mindful eating, sends a signal to your body that it's safe, nourished, and ready to function efficiently. Over time, these small adjustments retrain your metabolism, lower your baseline insulin levels, and make fat burning a normal, automatic process again. The real magic happens in the consistency. When you repeat these habits day after day, insulin sensitivity improves steadily, and your body becomes more capable of using food for energy instead of storing it as fat. The result isn't just weight loss, it's lasting metabolic freedom, steady energy, and a body that feels balanced and alive. Building a sustainable fat-burning lifestyle isn't about perfection, it's about creating a rhythm that supports your body every day without feeling like punishment. Most people fail to maintain their progress not because they lack motivation, but because their plan is too rigid to fit real life. When your approach to health feels extreme or unsustainable, your body and mind eventually resist it. But when you focus on moderation, flexibility, and consistency, you create an environment where your metabolism and insulin balance can thrive naturally. The first step is shifting your mindset from diet mode to lifestyle mode. Diets come with a start and an end, but true metabolic change requires steady, lifelong habits that don't rely on willpower. Instead of asking, "How fast can I lose weight?" ask, "How can I make my body work better long term?" This shift helps remove pressure and builds patience, which is essential for lasting results. Fat loss becomes the byproduct of a healthy system, not the only goal. Start by creating a simple daily rhythm that supports insulin balance. Consistent meal timing, regular movement, and restorative sleep are your foundation. Try to eat meals around the same time each day, allowing enough space between them for insulin to drop. You don't need to follow strict eating windows. What matters most is giving your body a few hours to process each meal before adding another. For example, if you finish dinner by 7 p.m. and eat breakfast around 8 a.m., you're already giving your body a natural 13-hour window to reset overnight. Focus on balance, not restriction when it comes to food. Instead of labeling foods as good or bad, think about how they affect your energy and insulin. Meals rich in protein, fiber, and healthy fats stabilize blood sugar and keep you satisfied, while highly processed carbs and sugary drinks cause spikes that lead to crashes and cravings. You don't need to eliminate your favorite foods, just enjoy them with awareness. If you want something sweet, pair it with protein or have it after a balanced meal. This approach lets you live normally while still keeping insulin under control. Movement should also feel doable, not forced. The goal isn't to burn calories, but to keep your metabolism flexible. Find forms of movement you enjoy: walking, dancing, yoga, cycling, or strength training and make them part of your weekly routine. Even light, consistent activity helps your muscles absorb glucose more efficiently and keeps insulin levels stable. A 15-minute walk after meals, some stretching before bed, or bodyweight exercises a few times a week can make a measurable difference. The best workout is the one you can keep doing. Stress management is another pillar of a sustainable lifestyle. When stress remains high, cortisol drives insulin up and keeps your body in storage mode. You can't avoid stress completely, but you can build practices to keep your system calm. Try simple breathing exercises, journaling, or spending time outdoors. Even 5 minutes of slow breathing can lower cortisol and bring your body back to balance. Protecting your mental health is just as important as your diet. Emotional calm creates hormonal calm. Sleep consistency often determines whether your insulin stays balanced or not. Your body resets hormones while you sleep, and missing even a few hours can disrupt insulin sensitivity the next day. Create a bedtime routine that helps you unwind, dim the lights, avoid screens, and give yourself at least 7 hours of rest. When you wake up refreshed, your hunger and energy naturally stabilize, making it easier to make good choices all day. Another key to long-term success is flexibility. There will be days when you eat late, skip a workout, or crave something indulgent, and that's okay. What matters is returning to your rhythm without guilt. One meal or one day won't undo your progress. It's the patterns that count. By allowing yourself flexibility, you reduce the stress that often leads to emotional eating or self-sabotage. Consistency, not perfection, is what keeps insulin stable over time. Over the weeks and months, these small choices compound. Stable insulin leads to stable energy, fewer cravings, and steady fat loss. Your metabolism begins to run more smoothly, and you stop feeling trapped in cycles of restriction and rebound. You'll notice you can go longer between meals without feeling starved. You sleep better, and your mood feels more even. These are all signs your body is burning fat efficiently and your hormones are balanced. A sustainable fat-burning lifestyle isn't about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing the important things consistently. Eat mostly whole foods, move regularly, rest deeply, and give your body time to recalibrate after slips. When your habits feel natural, your insulin stays balanced without constant effort. That's when fat loss stops feeling like a battle and becomes something your body does automatically, quietly, consistently, and for the long term.